Hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing well. It's Saturday night. Awesome, awesome. I knew it. I knew I knew there was one. There's always one. Welcome to my so called life. My name is William, the artist formerly known as Godless Sewing, William the Inhaler, Sammy Sewing Davis Jr., or Sewing Davis Jr. But seriously, I hope everyone's doing well. Awesome. Hi. It is Saturday night. I have quite a few things going on. I went to downtown this evening, or this morning, I should say. And let me make sure my volume's up. Okay, good. And I had a really weird, eventful trip this afternoon. Let me fix my angle a little bit. Awesome, awesome. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to my so-called live. It's Saturday night. I got quite a few things as far as fabric goes. I went crazy. Mr. Modelo literally squeed when he saw me. I turned the corner and he was like, squee! Like he was so excited to see me. It made me laugh. And he gave me all kinds of price breaks. So this program is for entertainment purposes only, and this content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individuals, or wig. All opinions expressed by my so-called life and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on planet Earth. I hope everybody has a great evening flying my so-called life airlines. So, before we even get started, I was thinking about I'll show you in a second because I got quite a few things. I put out a short earlier because I went to the sewing store and that place is actually kind of overwhelming. Hey, Dixie, how's it going? Great to see you. Thank you so much for joining the live. Hello, hello. Great to see you. So I finally have, got my bearings downtown and I went to the mega sewing store downtown, and that place is intimidating. But the one thing I like about them is I asked them permission, like, hey, can I film in here? And they're like, go right ahead. And everywhere else in downtown Los Angeles, they have signs that say, no filming here, no filming here. But you have to respect people's privacy and autonomy, Well, one hopes. But the traffic wasn't bad at all. I think everybody is staying away from there because they don't know that the freeway's open. The whole part where the pallet fire was in downtown, that whole area is trashed, but the freeway is fixed enough where they can get, 10 million cars a day or whatever the crazy statistic is. I kind of had a weird experience. You're just intimidated because they don't give you a bunch of free they don't play, but it has every ruler, every kind of like jukey you could possibly think of. Machines. I While I was filming, I looked at a machine and I looked and I was like, I have no idea what that machine does, but it looks like it sews. I think what it does is it's a 3-feed machine. So you're using 3 thread with your bobbin at the same time. All right. And so the funny thing is I went to that store and it was kind of I didn't want to spend I think it was like $15 per spool of serger thread. And I was like, you know what? I bet I can find it for a better price. So I got to downtown really early, and Modelo Man was so excited to see me. I went crazy at his store today, but I was ready to go early. So when I left, I I went from downtown to beautiful North Hollywood to one of my favorite thrift stores and I found this. I'm still laughing because I didn't buy any serger thread. I was really reluctant to buy serger thread, and for $7, $6.99. Oh, my fingernail, sad guy. Let's try that again. For $6.99. Oh, it's for $6.99. I scored a bag of a serger thread, and the funny thing is that recently I told myself, like, I want to have a bunch of off colors, so I am so stoked. And it's funny, if it wasn't for you guys, I really wouldn't have gone digging in the thrift store in the first place, because usually I go there for clothes, because I get most of my vests at this one particular store because they sell denim like it's going out of style. But recently I was telling myself I want a ton of off-colored serger thread, and I hit the mother load. So I'm stoked about that. I got a ton of serger thread for $7. And some of it is completely unused too. I think most of it is unused. And you can tell the age on this because the orange is like, well, it's gross. I guess you can't see it from there, but the orange is way faded. That means it just sat there for years and years. Awesome. Also, I purchased some fabric. And when I say I purchased some fabric, I purchased not, well, you be the judge of that. I purchased a fair amount. Did you test the thread before you bought it? Well, I bought it from a thrift store. So it all came in one bag. The only thread that looks old is this orange. Everything else, well, this red kind of looks beat too. But everything else is fairly brand newish. So, and you know me, Joy, I'm an explorer. I'm a pirate. I'm going to throw it in the serger and see what happens. And the funny thing is, I wouldn't use old thread in my sewing machine. Awesome. The funny thing is, like, this is heavy. This is one bag. I walked out of the store with 2 bags, and I didn't spend more than like $30. The Modelo man loves me. All right, I'm gonna move this back a little bit because there's a ton of fabric here. Oh. Like I said, I hope everybody's having a great Saturday night. I want to thank anyone and everyone who's recently subscribed to my channel. I'm shocked that y'all like watching me ramble about sewing, and I thank you. And I think each and every one of you guys are awesome. So from the bottom, sincerely, from the bottom of my grinchy heart, I thank everybody. Or use old thread like those YouTube videos, cut spools apart. Do you know, on it, in another way, if I do not put this in my serger, I can do all kinds of sewing with this. I'll just double and triple reinforce it and hand sew it. I have done hand sewing with serger thread. Oh, I didn't see that. I did not see. That's why you're number 1, Gilroy. That's why you're the first mate, because you got to tell the captain you're making a terrible decision, sir. You should not go away on that away mission. You're making a terrible decision. So, right off the bat, hey, Skids, great to see you. If you have nothing to do, hop in. Great to see you. So, first, do you know what's so funny? I can tell the age of a lot of this. This is the microfiber, and I think this is just as old as the pink stuff. This stuff is old. It gets masking tape on it, and it adheres to the fabric. But this one is, I come from a certain era, and I grew up around a certain style of people, the smoky room kind of people. And this fabric, the second I saw it, I laughed so hard. This fabric reminds me of every couch that my grandmother ever had in one fabric. I laughed out loud when I saw this. So, and this is, let me see if I can get up close with it. This is microfiber. This is the exact same material as my Santee Alley material. I love this stuff. Oh, this reminds me of wallpaper. And Kilroy, you're right. This does look Victorian. I laughed so hard when I saw this. All right, so let me fold this up. And you know what the funny thing is? He's like, how much do you want? I was like, oh, just give me 2 or 3 yards. This is way more than 2 or 3 yards. Oh, Modelo Man strikes again. Yay. Interesting pattern. It's very couch-esque. But I love the cheesy stuff. I love that. I want to make that is full outfit. That seriously, I only asked him for a couple of yards and he gave me like probably 5 or 6 full outfit. Shorts, either shorts or pants, I don't know, but I'm going full outfit with that. And I probably have enough for a shirt, hoodie, and shorts. All right. This I've been getting a lot of commission work lately, and so I might save this, but I got this for 50 cents a yard. And it is bright. This stuff is bright. And I haven't decided if it's orange and pink, and it's all over the place as far as color. But it's extremely bright. And again, I told him like, oh, I'll only take a couple yards. You know what? Let's test it out. Let's test out Modelo Man. Let's say I told him I only wanted 2.5 yards. Okay. Let me find the end. Holy cow. That's not even near one. There's the end. There's one. 2. Oh, that's funny. 3. Sorry, I'm measuring it this way. 4. I'm guesstimating 5 yards. But that's awesome. And so I wish Alibaba was here because I did excuse me, I did not do justice by the fabric that I had last time, what we called the caveman fabric. So I bought more. And now that I have a working serger that's not going to eat this thing, I'm excited. And again, this is like a microfiber. I'm really stoked about the couch cushion stuff because it's actually it's a little bit heavier as well. The microfiber stuff is just a little bit heavier. It's definite caveman stuff. Oh, okay. All right. So, from one couch to another, I don't. I guess I'm in my couch cushion era, or I never left it. But I like this. This also reminds me of every couch my grandmother ever had. And I like put it on the mic. And this is microfiber as well. This is extremely soft. I mean, like this is extremely soft. And it leads me to the last one. So with this, I don't know what to call it. Would you call it a face kini? Would you call it like what do you call it? I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make something that's like this, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it tight. But this is a stretchy material, and I only asked for a yard, but he gave me way more than a yard. But it looks crazy on camera though. Oh. I was rearranging my room and dropped my case with all my sewing supplies. Such a fucking mess. Still picking up sewing needles off the carpet. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's a hostage mask, not a face kini. I've been watching too much Drag Race, really. But because I was watching tutorials of how to make this, but this particular material is stretchy. And I was watching a bunch of Met Gala stuff, and I saw Doja Cat completely encrusted in diamonds. And I'm too old to glue stuff to my head, so I'm going to do this. This is going to be the first thing that I'm going to be sewing tonight. Mechanic magnet works great. Okay. Mechanic magnet works great. Or something you put on somebody before you. But they'll look great though. They'll look great. This thing, you know what the funny thing is? This thing changes colors on this thing literally changes colors when it's on the stream because this is kind of like emerald green kind of. But when I hold it up, it reflects all different kind of colors. So let me move all this. That the Modelo man hooked me up. Looks like the mask he was wearing. I think also that's where I probably got the inspiration from that too. But I did see Doja Cat completely encrusted in crystals, and I was like, you know what? I can do that without trying to hurt myself. Yes, I have that. It was like I have that. It's on like a broom handle. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna pick this up. But I was thinking I really do not need that much material, even though I do have an almost 8 head. Speaking of which, something happened to me today that never happened before, and it kind of caught me off guard. So before I went to Modelo Man wasn't open early like he normally is. And I don't blame him because he's the Modelo Man, So long story short, I went to this one place that I knew that would be open. I've That's where I purchased the flower material. So I walk in and I saw the guy. He had a bunch of black denim, and it was kind of ironic because I almost ordered a black denim vest on Amazon, but something told me like there's denim right here. You just make your own vest. So I told the guy my standard, like, hey, I would like 4 yards, and he one of the guys was like, sure. He grabbed the denim, told the other guy he wants 4 denim, and he told him in Spanish, I don't want to sell to this guy. I speak Spanish fluently. And usually I can hold it in, but I turned around and I was like, thank you for wasting my time. And I walked out, and I may or may not have told him to have fun with himself. But I was offended. And I'm telling you, usually I'm walking around with my cowboy hat on, okay? When I'm wearing my cowboy hat, I'm everybody's friend. I'm going to show you what I was wearing. I was wearing this beauty. This because it was it was 46 degrees this morning, and to a Californian that's freezing. And I was wearing my hat. For the first time ever, I went to downtown without wearing my cowboy hat. And it was weird to me. The whole situation was just weird to me that he wouldn't sell the denim to me. And I walked away. Nothing else came from it, but it was just extremely strange to me. Yeah, hello, Alibaba. Oh, you missed. I will show you again. Hello, hello, hello. Because I didn't do justice by the material last time, I bought more of the caveman print. Because you and I go way back. We go way, way, way back. All the way back. So I bought some more of it. Oh. So it was I hope your computer doesn't fail either, Ollie. So it was just a strange experience today. It was an extremely strange experience. Hello, Ollie. I hope it doesn't too. I know. I hope your computer doesn't crap out as well. No. I'm a grown man. I got my feelings hurt. I got in my car. And I went to Modelo, man. And he was like, cheers. When I walked in there, he literally squealed. He was like, he squealed. He was so happy to see me. It made me laugh when he saw me. So I don't know. And you know what? I don't claim to be a victim. I don't even want to say what I think it really was because it's not that big of a deal, That cloth is great for making an outfit to go clubbing. See, this is why we needed you, Alibaba. This is why we needed you. Did Modelo have black denim? No. And I dug because he has rolls on all these tiers. And I looked at him. I was like, can these racks hold my weight? And he was like, do you know how much those rolls weigh? And I said, no. I really dug today. That's where I found half of this stuff because I took my vest off. He kind of jokingly said he's gonna make me sign a waiver next time. I think I scared him because I climbed all the way up to the top rack and I was like, can I get 3 yards of this? Good times. It was good times. But it was weird to me that guy didn't want to sell me black denim. I still, to this day, To this day. It was this morning. It really ticked me off. And I left the area because Modelo Man is on the far sides of the fashion district. It doesn't matter what Mr. Modelo has. Captain William will buy. So true. So true. But he has quality stuff, so it's not a bad thing. He has a lot of quality stuff. But I still want to know why that guy wouldn't sell me the black denim. So now I'm on this quest for black denim out of pure stubbornness. Oh, and a lot of the vendors, they are kind of rude, but no one's ever come at me like that. No one's ever in my experience going down there, even back in the day when I lived there 20 something years ago, no one ever treated me like that. So it was kind of shocking at first. Oh. And this guy is 0-1 now. Oh. It was freezing, so I needed something really warm, and that vest and that flannel are extremely warm. I might just Amazon it because I have a vest basically already made without the patches, but I was thinking about making a black a black vest because I have so many denim vests. You can always try again sometime. You're right. And I should have gone to that place I originally went for denim because I need denim because the my orders are picking up, and I purchased a bunch of jeans because people love upcycled clothes in general. They might be holding the black denim for an important client, either a customer for trade movies or plays or a maker that does align with the denim. Denim is difficult to get the right one right now. Too much mixing of thin denim and stretch denim into regular denim jeans. I was talking about that last night, how years ago I won a bunch of money in Las Vegas, and I went to the Levi's outlet on the state line, which on California, on the line of California and Nevada. And I won a bunch of money gambling, and I walked straight into the Levi's outlet. I bought a really sick jacket. I was in my excited anxiety. I just bought a pair of jeans. They were for men, but they were stretchy. And I was like, did I buy maternity jeans? So they've been doing that for a while because that was when I first started winning, and that was years and years and years ago. BC, before COVID, I should say. I like when I find denim when thrifting. I found a ton recently. That's why I didn't feel too bad, because I have a few orders and I have enough to make what I need. But it just bothers me that this person was being so stank about it for no reason. And you know what? I'll never know why, because I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to waste my time. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's getting to where even stretch fit slacks are tougher than jeans nowadays. I buy cheapo Walmart jeans. They still hold up. And the only place where I live where they're not that strange girl jean cut for men. Oh, right. Do you know what the funny thing is? I'm calling it a face kini because I was watching a show. I watch a lot of shows where people critique clothes. And it gives you that eagle eye to look at certain things. So when you make something, you know what really picky people are looking at in the first place. And they kept on saying face kini to somebody whose their face was completely covered. So that's why I'm calling it a face kini. I think I just like saying that. How's it going, Native? How's it going? I hope you're having a great night. Great to see you. Awesome. Awesome. But you know what, though? In all of like my sudden shock and anger, I just walked away. I did tell him to go kiss himself, but you know, it's LA, so it's not rare. And I walked away. Because it's not that serious, and I know, especially in the fashion district, they all kind of have the same thing. In a weird way, all the patch shops, except for the one that I always go to, they're unique because they make everything there. But every other patch shop kind of has the same thing. They're all, you know, so I know I'll find it again. All right, let me clear this. And I'll start making my face kini. Or I don't even know what you would call it. It was an adventure going down there though, and you could tell there weren't that many people there because I found parking immediately. It just felt like less people down there, and I think people are avoiding it because of the traffic and everything that's been going on lately. Oh. All right, so when I make this, I have to measure my head. You always have to trust the math when you're doing something like this. Oh, and if anybody's having a bad day and you need a good laugh, in my hand, I have yet another epic fail from Amazon. Somebody I absolutely love ordered me a cowboy hat because everybody's tired of my ratty cowboy hat that I wear every day. And they got me this hat. It's not my style and it doesn't fit my head. Let me show you the difference between this one. This is the one that was that was ordered for me. This is the one I wear every day. Oh, my hat is so ratty. I love my hat though, but I do need a new one. I do, and I have other ones. Like I have my brown one. I've been incorporating that more into work, but you can see I have sewn this completely back on. And every sad attempt, and it's, you know what, someone loves me because they're tired of my ratty hat and they bought me this. Instead of like talking about it, they bought me this. And so now I'm going to give this to I'm going to re-gift this for Christmas. So if you get this for Christmas and you're watching, I really like you. Oh, hey, Native. Awesome. The top part of the old is so blown out. And I ripped the lining out. It's just buckram. That's what my hat. I wear scarves under it because I wear it all day long, you know. But it's just buckram. That's all this hat is. I just had to get a new hat because the chin strap on my old one just fell apart one day, and I tried to tie it back together, and the strap ripped. Yeah, when they're done, they are done. Yeah, if you get the top part reshaped, it look not as right. But cowboy hats are, cowboy hats. They're like cowboy boots. They don't fit right until they're almost disintegrated. So But this one's cool. So I'm going to definitely regift this. The eagle's going to wear it for a while, though. Oh, who knows? Who knows? Maybe Hands. Maybe Hands will want it. Who knows? Oh, they tried. They tried. And they love me. Oh. Yay. They fit also like fitting a ring. They are very precise. It depends because and that's another thing. That is my everyday wearing cowboy hat. And so it's gonna get ratty. Like I have an old Dodger hat that I wore every day, and it's shrunk. It's literally shrinking in on itself. It's on my greatest hit shelf over there with all my hats. Oh yeah. Do you know what the funny thing is? Every day I'm tripping over measuring tapes. And I can't find one. Where is my compass? Where is my compass? Oh. Okay. So, what should I call it? Because and also I've been watching fashion shows and there's quite a few people that I guess they just wrap their head in sequins and they throw a hood on and call it fashion. And I was like, oh, I can do that. I can definitely do that. But I don't know what to call it. This is crazy. I can't find a measuring tape. They're next to all those missing socks over all the years. Oh, that's crazy. Anyways, I can figure it out without using the measuring tape. I know the general size of my head, but I like to, measure 1,000 times and cut once. You know, the funny thing is, when I clean, I end up hiding things from myself because this is my sewing room. And I think that's crazy that I can't find it. I think I have some really old ones in the drawer. I might have to pull those out. All right. Top drawer. Do you know what's funny? I have some hidden in the top drawer over here, but they're really old. They're like really old. Oh, that is funny. That is funny. They have been swallowed in the vortex. Okay, so I have to keep going. But this is so old that this was in my grandmother's stuff, but it's kind of ripped right there. But I do have duct tape. All right. I want to know how many people are this brave to measure their head on YouTube live on air to show how ginormous. Oh, I don't want to rip that. To show how ginormous their head is. Oof, I have a big head. Some do that with paper for instant measure. Laugh out loud, that old fabric one can stretch. This one is old. This one is definitely older than I am, for sure. For sure. All right. So my head's humongous. It's a little bit bigger than my mat. You know what? I need to bust the table out because I need space. I need to do it the right way, so I only do it once. You know what? I had a really decent experience downtown, but today kind of reminded me that I have a lot of stuff from downtown. Like I have every patch I ever wanted from that area, everything that I ever wanted, and I kind of go down there just because I really like to. So I think next week I might go down there for a few Christmas gifts, and I'm gonna give it a break. And like I said last time, I'm gonna sew the stuff I have. But don't hold me to that. I reserve the right to completely flip flop and go downtown and buy more fabric. I'm really irked about the black denim, but it happens. Oh, wow. That's very old. Ugh. All right. Trying to figure out how much material I need in general because Mr. Modell is awesome. I tell him like, sir, I only need a yard. For this, I'm going to start off cutting before I start using my rotary tool because I just want to get a piece. We say stuff like that, and then we just can't stay away from thrift stores, so no promises. Absolutely. I always leave that clause in there, like no promises. I think part of the problem is too is that I live near a ton of charity shops. Um, in my town, just my hometown, there's 4 Goodwills. There's there's like a Mission Hope. There's a Mission thrift store, a Hope of the Valley thrift store. There's but there's at least 2 or 3 independent thrift stores that I could think of that have independent owners. One of which I bought a white rotary there for $25. So in my town, you cannot go in any direction without driving past a thrift store. Is what I'm trying to stammer out. And I know it's not an excuse, but it's the only one I got. All right. So we're gonna add 2 or 3 inches. I can't believe I can't find any of my measuring tapes. That's so funny. All right, I'm gonna make this a little big. I take that personal, and now that I think about it, I think I know where they are. Do you know every time I lose a remote, I have to ask myself a question, a serious question. After I cut this, I'm gonna laugh when I find the tape. Okay, so oh, that's perfect. That's more than enough space. Okay, so whenever you lose a remote, you have to ask yourself the first question you have to ask yourself is, am I sitting on it? Yeah. I knew there was a ton in this room, and I put the measuring tape behind my pillow, and I'm like, uh-oh, that's a pattern. That's a pattern. They're right here. Good, I can put this. Oh, you came out of retirement. This thing is like 50 or 60 years old. It came out of retirement. Good for you, measuring tape. You're going to go right back in the museum. It's kind of ironic that my backup is literally, well, it's not double my age. All right. I like the scene of this fabric. Oh yeah, it definitely looks beautiful from far away. But I didn't get that much because I've gone kind of crazy with sequins. And just looking at my sewing room stash that I keep in front of my face, I still have a ton of sequin fabric. So I was trying not to go too crazy. All right, good. I found what I was looking for. I restored order to this room. Beautiful. All right. I do not care if it like hangs down because it's going to be hidden by a shirt or something. And this is really just kind of experimental. And it's something I've been seeing on fashion shows and it makes me laugh. Oh, and I have to ask myself which way do I want the stripes to go? Beautiful. So I have a question. Actually, you know what? It's not a big deal. I'm not going to ask that question. The shine of that fabric looks like some of the colors on peacock feathers. I like that. I like that. That's another one of the reasons I wanted to stay downtown was because I'm looking for material for braces and things that I can make extraordinary items, And downtown is the place where they sell all kinds of strange things and wiring. But I was also thinking about making a metal dress form, and then I realized I could weld my own. So I've been looking up metal dress forms just to give myself an idea, and I was almost thinking about making a Victorian sized one. Why not? I've seen too many warped yardsticks to trust old ones. I try to buy metal rulers when I can. No warping, no breaking. That is true. That one is ancient. Sounds wonderful. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. I've been having because I've been watching all kinds of things, and I'm the kind of person where I'm like, I can do that. I can do that. Especially when I saw what a Victorian like it's literally just a cage that's waist high that goes out. I could make one of those in 15 minutes with scrap and have it look brand new. Well, maybe not 15, but yeah, I don't want to have too much bravado. Gotta stay humble sometimes. Okay, so I need the material to come completely around. And this is weirdly stretchy too. But I don't want it to be too much on my face. One of the reasons I don't like tight masks is because it creates that effect where it's kind of on your mouth like this. And I don't want that effect. So I should be measuring this instead of doing it the pirate way, but okay. I'm going to cut it from about here. And really, how much material do you need for a face kini? I'm going to keep calling it a face kini because I just like saying the word face kini. I laughed today though. When I was filming in that store, those people were so nice to me because in downtown people are heartless about filming. They do not like TikTokers. Hollywood loves TikTokers. Downtown Los Angeles is anti-TikTok. They are not playing. They have signs on every street like, don't act crazy here. But I was so happy that those people let me film in their store. I was so grateful. And they were like, you've come back 3 times now. You're gonna buy a Juki. And I was like, please don't say that out loud. Please do not say that out loud. But she sees me walking over to the same thing and looking, but I'm not going to spend $9,000 on a sewing machine. Face lingerie. Gala's sewing. The full form was all adjustable. The wire and the metal strapping underneath and the padded adjustable outer parts for pins. I would do my research first, Alibaba. Even though I am one of those people who dive into things head first, I would do my research first. But I was thinking about making a permanent dress form, but you're right. I don't blame me. There was one lady who tried shooting a huge dance routine for TikTok in a store without the store's permission. She got arrested and said it was racial discrimination. Yikes. I've learned to ask permission. And in downtown, every store, it says they'll have a sign as you're walking in, and it's like eye level of like you cannot film in here. And I understand people want to protect their product, especially the patch makers, because a lot of their stuff is original. A lot of their stuff is original, so they don't want people taking pictures and copying their patches. I don't blame them. But in the fashion district, they're just stuffy. Oh, oh, I gotta see how live on YouTube that was. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, that was a bonk. Can you guys still hear me? Oh, that was a bonk. I booted my microphone. These are this is why I do this. I'm gonna cut that. I am going to go back and cut that. I literally punted. I need a new mic stand. And the funny thing is, I have like 6 or 7 of them over there. So don't feel sorry for me, Argentina, please. the 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 mic picked all that up and it still works. I'm telling you, this microphone is the most quality thing in this room. I got my goofy out for the evening. I just punted my microphone. Microphone down. Oh, this thing fared better than my camera. And I have not dropped my newer camera. My old one was just a tragedy. Oh, I'm definitely going to cut that. Okay, back to the face kini. Oh. All right, so I have to figure it out where I'm going to taper this in because in a way, I do not want it to be extremely tight. Because I'm one of those people. I don't want it extremely tight around my neck or my face. Let me look in the mirror real quick. Oh, I need a hood. This is giving me Anubis from Stargate. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. Okay. So I do not want this too tight, but how am I going to sew this? Should I just bring in the edges? Oh, that's hilarious. You know what? I think I'm going to have to do some folding on this. So I'm going to sit down again. Spare my poor microphone. Good grief. I was not kidding when I said that I wear size 13 shoe. And I'm 5'9". Oh, you need to contact a wrestling team. Oh, it's Saturday night. We're going full Elvis. I'm gonna make a shirt after this. We are just getting started. Oh, I can't see through this, but it's still gonna be a glorious face kini. William, we know you're a hostage. Blink one time for yes, tube. That is so Babylon 5. Babylon 5 was one of the greatest shows of all time. It had one of the greatest plots. And I can't blink. The eagle, I don't want to awake the eagle. I can't even drink after if for all concerned, if that eagle moved, I'd run. I wouldn't even try to fight it. I would run. All right, back to the face kini. Hello. Hello. How's it going? How's it going? Welcome. Welcome. Awesome. I don't know. Awesome. Welcome. I'm tracing a pattern. The oversized hoodie. So need to get those projects completed 23 days till Christmas. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. I completely forgot. I've ordered, Santa. I have quite a few things. My son does not believe in Santa Claus anymore, but I have quite a few things. I think I'm going to have to just fold this. I'm going to have to get some fancy folds going. See what happens if I just sew the sides and just bring it in. I have to make sure it's even. And then I'm just going to sew it and see what happens. Yikes. Yikes as well. Awesome. I was thinking about making another Janko video because I get a ton of views from those videos. So I was thinking about making another one. And I've made quite a few pairs. And I wear them all the time. Quite a few pairs. Make it all so no Santa. Okay. I was just making sure. I had one extra year with my son. He believed 1 year more than the average kid, and then he was over it. I think I might have to cut some of this down. Actually, I don't know how. Actually, that's loose enough right there. You should make another video. I'm going to. I actually have been buying quite a few pair of jeans. I'm in my light denim era, so I'm going to make another pair of light denim. I have to pick out the black ones I made because I messed up one of the legs, and I've already fixed one of the legs, but it was an undertaking, so I don't know how much I want this to hang. Now I look like the Cobra Commander with I'll get you, G.I. Joe. That is very Cobra Commander. I do need to fold this. Okay. But I have to be able to put this thing on as well. Let me grab that and see how much material that leaves me and doesn't leave me. What? Sorry, Ollie. I'm sorry to ruin your evening. I apologize. Santa is real. He drinks Modelo and sells. I would never say it to his face because I know he's a man's man, but I love that man. I love that he hooks me up. I asked for a yard because I had full intentions of making face keenies, and he gave me 2 yards so I can make a ton. Sorry, Ollie. Oh yeah. I do look like Cobra Commander or the guy from Inspector Gadget. Was that Dr. Claw? Was that Dr. Claw? Inspector Gadget was like, yeah, he was around in my day. I need to fold this and just sew. I think I need to cut a little bit off because I have excess material. You look like you have glittering cornrows. I miss having hair. I haven't had hair since there was a 19 in front of the year, but I miss having hair. So I'll take that. Well, when it's folded like that, I don't know. I might actually no. I actually need more room, and I really can't see through that, so I'm gonna have to cut it in half. Which can actually, this is the engineering and the negotiation that goes on while sewing, because really, it's just something that's gonna cover my head, but I do not want to have a ton of material, but I actually might need some. Jinko jeans are amazing. I play hockey and rollerblade a lot, so I wear Janko jeans all the time. 36 is so little. Oops, the pattern slipped lighter to the bottom with the stripe. Oh, okay, so I have to go this way. See, and that's another thing. Okay, so we're officially at the drawing board. It has to go this way. All right, let me change my angle real quick. One of my live streams, I'll bust out all the Janko jeans that I've made. I've made quite a few lately. And I was trying to make hippie style. I think going across looks great. I was gonna make hippie style jeans, but they ended up turning into Jankos. No lateral stripes. Yeah, they are amazing. I think going across looks great. Why are you number one? This is why Gilroy is number one. Awesome. Somewhat, Pam, but it does make the okay. So let's vote. All right, I'm gonna pull it back to the other camera really quick. Let's have a vote. I'm willing to take it to a vote. So, should I go this way or this way? Oh, that's not even. Or this way. Stars or stripes, shirts or skins. Which direction should I go? The first way. So up and down. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I do like that way too. That looks weirdly do you know what's really funny? I was going to buy an Egyptian headdress and then I started looking at what like how they're made and I was like I could make a better one than anything they have on Amazon. So that's coming next. All right. So, you know what? I might sew it like that. Okay. So I just need to, first thing I'm going to do is see if, does that go all the way over my head though? Yes, well, barely. And okay, perfect. Okay, so I just need a space to start sewing right here because I need to give myself a little visual to see because, all right, I need to pin this. This is something that is fairly easy that I'm being extremely over analytical. And this is my test piece because once I figure out how to make a face kini, I'm going to make quite a few. Oh, right. Pin this. Beautiful. Make one of each. I like that. Up and down looks better. Side to side looks goofy. Well, you know, here in the house of sewing, I'm pro goofy. In the Urkel goofy way, not in the like, you know. Oh, what are you wrapped up on, dude? What are you wrapped up on? Awesome. Yes, one of each. Awesome. I will be here, Ollie. I'm gonna be here for a second. Bro, you should true to make the biggest Jenkos that would be sick. Oh, that would. I was thinking about making a. All right. Do you know what's so funny? I am now used to not sewing with shoes on. So when I sew, I do not wear shoes because I'm so used to walking around in my sewing room where shoes aren't necessarily required. Awesome. You know, I had a really good week. I joined a live stream with some really awesome people. It went way better than expected. I met some really awesome people branching out here in the House of Sewing. And it was a good experience. All right. I think you're threaded properly. You're going step. Oh, you're gonna step on a needle one of these days, and then you're gonna wear steel toes while sewing. That's so true. There is no lie detected in that one at all. At all. That is so true. That is my personality type. Do you know what it is? Is I'm always vacuuming in here. Because a long time ago that actually happened, and I tried to learn the lesson. Oh, you don't like the material, do you? You don't like it, do you? Oh, you're not a fan, huh? Are you not a fan? Let's see if the stitch is a little. There we go. Perfect. My sewing machine is like size 176 Jenka. My machine is like not sequins again. Oh, not sequins again. And for the record, I should be doing this inside out, but this is just a mock-up. Perfect. The smaller stitch was just getting stuck. Beautiful. Well, you came back faster than you normally do. He's too short. This is why you're number one, Kilroy, because you know that. I was thinking about getting some platforms to finally be 6 feet tall. Yay! I thought it was a print, not sequins. No, it's they're like well, it is kind of a I don't know what you would call it. I don't know what you would call this. Now that I think about it. I'm first mate Riker for so true. You know what? I don't know what you would call this because they're not necessarily sequins, but they're shinier than sequins. Okay. So let me switch my camera back. All right. So I have that initial fold. Do you know what's really funny? My neighbor is moving tomorrow. He has lived next door to this house for 20 something years and he's moving. Supposedly, he said he's moving to Mexico. Okay. So let me fold this. Have you ever? Yeah. Yes, I have. I have a PAL blank right now, and I always have PAL blanks. Lead press on sequence. Thank you. See, Alibaba. That's why you are the science officer. That's exactly what they are. Ugh. I had a banana board way back. Those were awesome. I did as well. Okay. So, and all of this started from watching high fashion shows and people wearing insane things and me saying I can make that. And they're not and it's not even that complicated. The one I saw wasn't even as detailed as I'm doing right now. They probably just wrapped a piece around the person's face. All right. I think if I connect that piece, then I'm going to bring in these two pieces after that and see what it looks like. The kids nowadays have the large deck skateboards. I have a big foot, so I buy PAL blanks because I have a giant foot. Oh, right. And at my weight, I would smash a modern board. Okay, so let me grab my other phone real quick. So downtown was busy, but I think it's because of Christmas. Because people are shopping. It's the first weekend of Christmas. It's officially Christmas season. Okay, I'm gonna pin this and try to not get my head. Beautiful. Oh, did I pin it? No. Okay, I'm gonna have to fold that again. I'm trying my hardest not to pin myself. Okay, I'm gonna fold this. Maybe I should have done this from the beginning. I'm gonna properly fold the backs. I just want this to be able to get under the sewing machine because there's a lot of material here, but I have a feeling I'm gonna need it. Okay. Do you know this is the beautiful thing about sewing is that this is 100% an experiment, but it's something that's doable. And I'm trying not, okay, good. Trying not to pin myself. Perfect. Okay. This might mess with the integrity of it, but this is, like I said, this is my experiment face kini. Okay, yeah, I'm leaving. I have to make sure to leave myself enough room in the back to maneuver and negotiate. Because in sewing, if you make a mess, the best idea is to do it in the back where no one can see it. And I have full intentions on covering this with a hood. Never skated, and now I know that I have a rare blood disorder. I never went. I still skate in the gym, but I play I love playing hockey because I have that huge open gym. And so I love playing hockey in there. And I have two and I have goals. Like actual hockey goals. All right. Beautiful. Is it making a peak? That's going to be the back. Everything's going to meet in the back. I'll be able to wear it with my cowboy hat on. The only physical activities I've ever liked were walking and bowling. Those are fine as long as I don't trip on the ball on my foot. As somebody with a size 13 shoe, I agree with you on that. I have a hobbit size feet. Okay, perfect. Just wanted to get that initial one in there. Beautiful. Now that it's pinned in place. Time and time again, this baby lock shocks me. So we're going to find out if this thing can. Good old. Oh, did it sew anything? Oh, it did. This baby lock is no joke. Baby lock sewing machines are as advertised in a lot of ways. But again, I have a Natalie and I refurbished this thing and it works well. Okay, so. Oh, yeah, perfect. All that drama is going to be in the back. I'm going to continue sewing because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the excess underneath. Because I'm trying to reduce the material as much as possible. Perfect. Perfect. All right, I'm going to try to not hit a... Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so I'm going to try to not sew that huge fold. So I'm going to pull it in. Make sure that I'm still on the edge right there. Machine is not happy, but it's working. It's like seriously. But, you know, one day I will break down and get an industrial. Okay. Oh, man, it really did not like that. It got stuck. The thread got stuck around the bobbin and then just made a complete mess. But I have wound bobbins all over the place. I used to love walking, and I was a very good bowler. I was in a bowling league when I lived in Portland, and those were some of the happiest days of my life. It was more of the experience and the people I was around, just hanging out with people and having a good old time. I wear 11s to 13s depending on who makes the shoe. I have weird feet though. They're long and narrow and make it difficult to find the shoes that fit. People who make big shoes think big feet are square shaped. Do you know what's funny? I feel like that about I have a wide foot, and I feel like people like Nike and certain brands discriminate against people with wide feet. That's why I really don't wear Nikes unless I find them at a thrift store or a charity shop. All right. Expensive shoe makers have told me this as well. 3 boot makers off the rack doesn't get all types, but most. Do you know here where I live, you get charged more for having a giant foot? Anything over 12, you end up paying more money. And it's still to this day, I think it is the strangest thing. But it is what it is. Okay, I can see where I need to continue sewing. I see the problem is that it's going through like 15 different layers. Let me thin it out a little bit. Does the sleevage have a brand maker of that fabric? I'll look in a second. I do not think so. A lot of them do, and they are brands that I have to Google. I am like, where is this from? And some of them they're from actually all over the world. It's a trip. Okay, let me fold this in. Oh, Face Keeney, you are giving me drama. Okay. I think it's because I don't have any backing or anything on this. It's just flimsy. There we go. You know what? I'm just going to turn this inside out and sew this part completely. But I need it on this side, though. Perfect. You know what? At some point, I'm just going to say whatever because I'm trying to line it up perfect, but it's not necessarily playing fair. So I'm just going to call it even and go this way. Perfect. As you can hear, my machine is not happy. But it went right through all of that material. It's perfect. It's connected perfect now. That's very Cobra Commander-esque. Do you know what the funny thing is that I'm used to my sequins. You can see right through sequins. They're sheer. This, I cannot see through this. I can, but I can't read anything. So that's without me pulling it in yet. I'm thinking about pulling it in like this, but I have to be able to put this on as well. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more room. Excuse me. Oh man, I might have to hand sew this part, but you know what? Let's test the baby lock, huh? I know I can't use my Singer heavy duty for this part. Oh, it's gonna look great because I'm gonna put a hood on. And I'm also going to be making a shirt using my Simplicity pattern again, but it's going to be the this really hippy dippy pattern that I forgot I had. I got it from Modelo Man like 4 or 5 trips ago, and I completely forgot about it. Oh, right. My coffee was extra strong this evening. I was running out of coffee, so I went to Walmart and I bought lining as well. I bought just like the house lining I always buy. But it made me laugh because with the lining was like $10 each and the coffee was like $20 and I'm like I spent almost $50 on 3 items. But that's what happens every time you go to Walmart, you know. Beautiful. Okay, so now let me see. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to pull this pin. Hope there's not another one in here. I'm going to put this on one more time to see how tight I want it before I completely pull it in. Should sculpt the bottom portion when you tie the back. It fits and tucks in the tie. Found a link. Found this link has pattern. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, I want to say awesome. Awesome. You should go into Walmart just for some ham and cheese to make a sandwich. And next thing you know, you've got 2 cartfuls. That is so real. That is so real. And because I always need like WD-40 or tape or something, you know, I make the mistake of cruising the and I'm not going there for crazy stuff. It's always something kind of semi-practical. Okay. Okay, I have to get this out now. Oh, that's funny. Beautiful. Perfect. So keep in mind, this is just a mock-up, but that pattern will not tuck under the chin. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Actually, I have a cell phone right here. Oh, come on, Apple. We are not friends. That is just sad. Okay, cool. All right, give me one quick second. No, I'm always looking for new ideas. Please, by all means, do not feel shy to. I need new ideas, or I'm gonna end up making another coat. Oh, give me one quick second. All right. It took me a second to find my cloak. Oh, you got to do the whole effect with the face kini. You know, you can't just have the face kini without. You know, if I'm gonna go Anubis, I got to go full pyramids. And that's the one thing I love about sewing is that for all the practical stuff I like making, I also love making crazy stuff like this and experimenting with different styles and crashing into every mirror in here. Awesome. I will try that with fabric. It's a glittery gimp mask. I like that too. I've made baklavas that were made from lycra on eyes, and the eyes were open. Do you know what's really funny? A while ago, Joy, I tried to make a baklava and I did not take my chin into consideration, and it ended up looking like a bad Spider-Man mask. It was awful. It was awful. But now that I have a little bit more of an idea what I'm doing, and I know the dimensions of my giant head, it works out a little bit more. And with this, I don't even know what effect I was necessarily going for. But, oh man, there we go. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's hilarious. Sorry, it took me a second. I had to lean in. Okay, I can kind of see in this. You know, the light is not doing me justice in this. But let me back up a little bit before I knock over everything in this room. Oh my god, a matching mask like the eagle, the fabric, and the mask. Go rob the denim store. I see. I am all about having fun here in the House of Sewing. There's about 4 adjustments I'm already gonna make on this, but I like how it looks. Oh, that's funny. This is my Harry Potter cloak that I bought for $10 after somebody was canceled. Oh, I really can't see out of this. Hold on, I need to pull it up on the computer. Go. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so I have my Harry Potter cloak. I like this look, but now I have to see how it looks with my tough guy. You know, I gotta. I want to see how it looks with my tough guy, with my leather vest on. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh, this is hilarious. I like it. I like it. I look like a glittery. What was that movie that I kind of liked and I kind of didn't like it? It was based on a comic book. I can't remember now, but they were more realistic in the movie. It is awfully hard to point sewing machines at the clerk. It is. It is. Oh, that's hilarious. I like that. I'll take that. The man with no face. I like that too. The man who can't see. Peacock ninja mask for the win. I like that. I like that. All right, I'm gonna stop messing around. I'm gonna clean up a little bit. I'm gonna pull out my 6-foot table, and I promise I actually to anyone who has newly subscribed, I promise that I actually make things. But I'm all about having a good time. The man who can't see is just with that is true. Do you think I could see better if I put my glasses on underneath? Try that. Actually, this is too tight for my glasses. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna chalk this up as a win. I really like how it looks. Oh, and when I have a meltdown and go on talk shows, I can wear this. Not to name anyone or call out anyone. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh. Oh, I've been watching a YouTuber that points out the absurdity, the absolute insanity of high fashion and some of the crazy things that they ask people to wear, you know? And it trips me out how somebody will charge like $1,000 for something that's like a face bikini or like something like that. People pay a lot of money for crazy designer stuff. Over the mask. Glass fabric, like the gray silver one would be good for that. And that's what I was thinking. Because I can see through the silver. I cannot see through the other one. It blinds me. It absolutely blinds me. Life at 5, full Karen. Oh, I kind of went Karen today in a way. But you know. All right. So let me grab my I'm gonna clean up a little bit. I'm gonna grab my my table, set up, have more harrowing tales of fabric shopping in downtown Los Angeles. The one thing above all that I love down there is the food, though. If you're into Mexican food, Korean food, Chinese food, or Armenian food, downtown LA is your place. Oh, and Korean barbecue as well. Awesome. Let me clean up a little bit. I asked the man for 1 yard and he gave me a ton. So I still have a ton of this material. And you know, I'm definitely going to do something extraordinary with this. I was thinking about trying to combine a few of the looks and just see how they look. So this will definitely go back with all the fabric. Alexa, what's the temperature right now?
Right now, it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, I can provide you with tomorrow's weather forecast in the evenings. Would you like me to do that?
Yes, I would, Alexa.
Great, you're all set. If you change your mind, you can disable the routine in the routines section of the Alexa app.
No, that is what they do at the store. They tell them later you didn't like that and you want an extra deal this time. Oh. I'm just really disappointed that I wasn't able to get black denim. And one of the reasons why when I order things from Amazon, I know they've been sitting in a factory. It's just they're not necessarily the best made, but I like them because they have spaces for patches. The red vest actually is semi quality and kind of shocking, but most things that I've bought from Amazon in that direction are kind of cheap, depending on how much money you're willing to pay. But I recently bought a leather vest on Amazon, and it was real. And now I see a bunch of people wearing it, and I'm like, oh, I know where you got your vest. I know where you got your vest. The cowboy hat is laughable. I was really looking forward to getting a new cowboy hat. So when it was, oh, they tried. When it was handed to me, I had to laugh. I wore it, but I look like Slash, but Slash had hair. Oh, and I just have a giant head. And I keep on I keep on threatening to buy an office chair, and I think it's time because the Golden Girls chair is taking up a lot of space in this room. Oh, right. So this is definitely hippy dippy material. This is butterfly material. I forgot I had this. I hope it translates on the screen. Oh yeah, it looks good. It looks like flowers almost, but those are butterflies. And it's weirdly tie-dye. It's actually a really busy print. It's actually an extremely busy print. But I'm going to use one of my many old reliables. I'm going to use Simplicity S9 158. This guy and I are best friends at this point. Look at his smile. All right. Um yeah, this is polyblend. Now I'm checking the side to see where it comes from after you said that, Ollie. It just says copyrights all reserved. Okay. I've made a few shirts out of this pattern and it fits well. That's why I'm kind of jumping straight into it because I know this is going to fit. As long as I don't indulge too much. Or I just have extreme confidence in this pattern. But seriously, I have fallen in love with this pattern because I wear long sleeves all the time, and this pattern is what encouraged me to start making my own. To start making my own. My own. To start making my own. Whatchamacallit? To start making my own undershirts. I got caught in the vortex. Mm. All right. But I love this pattern. Oh, those Dawn Vortex. I'm like, I'm all over the place. I'm like thinking about what I'm gonna do. I'm turning around, trying to not to look at my camera because I hear my neighbor. He's moving and he is making so much of a. He is just making, he's moving, so it's just clanky and loud. But he said he's gonna be gone by tomorrow, so. C'est la vie, as they say. They give me the runaround too. Absolutely. So, like I was saying, like I forgot I even had this pattern. I The one thing about Modelo Man is that he has the most colorful patterns. And I think that's why he's still kind of unique. Maybe he does have stuff from last season. I will never know. But I really like how much color he has at his store. Because, like I said, I wear black all the time. And a year or two ago, I decided to add color to my wardrobe. And it's working out well. Speaking about adding to your wardrobe, today I did not wear my cowboy hat. I went to my local greasy spoon that has been around my entire life. I've been doing the math. I've been going there like all the time since about 1994. So the staff and a lot of the staff still works there from when I was a grommet in 1994. And so I walked in with my LA hat on, and everybody kind of looked at me, and I said, "You don't recognize me with my cowboy hat on?" They all jumped because they didn't recognize me without my cowboy hat on. So they're so used to me with my cowboy hat. I look like a different person to them wearing my LA hat. And it's good to go incognito every once in a while because I'm an extremely predictable human. So it's good to be unpredictable every once in a while. Oh, right. And my new tradition of making headbands out of out of the leftover material from my first cut. Around and around in a vortex. Absolutely. But it made me laugh because I've known some of the staff since 94, and that was a while ago. And as far as a place being a greasy spoon, they must have like a great plan for their employees because their employees are happy and are still there after all these years. Oh, right. I am definitely, I don't know, should or should I not line my shirt? Do you know, I have this like this internal struggle because I want to line everything, but if I look at the shirt that I'm wearing right now, it's not lined. It's just folded in on itself. So should or should I not line this shirt? I know I have that. We have this conversation almost every stream now. But I like lining everything. Cowboy sewing roundup, the needle on the Chisholm Trail. I like that. I like that. But people are so used to me wearing my cowboy hat that they do not recognize me without it. It made me laugh. Even my own mother, when I walk in with a ball cap on, it kind of caught her off guard because she's so used to me wearing my hat. But my hat is getting extremely ratty. Where I only wear it at work because it's getting kind of howdy doody because it's really getting flat. It's getting really flat. And it lost all of its spring, I should say. All right. And you know what? Maybe it's just me and I'm overthinking it, but in a lot of ways, I don't know. I felt like I was treated different today because I was dressed completely different as far as being downtown. But maybe I'm just reading too much into it, and that guy was he just felt like being an idiot. And you can never guess the motivation of somebody else. You can like speculate and you could make an educated guess, but in the end, I will never know what was in that man's head. And it's not even that big of a deal in retrospect. But if you see me on a Karen video, it's me. If you see black leather and a LA hat, it's me. Oh, right now I'm just gonna make the sleeves. So, should I line this shirt or should I not? This is I've already washed it, and it held up and it held its color up as well. That's one of the important things. It kept its color. So, I'm kind of in that weird dilemma, like should I line or should I not? Thank you, Joy. Thank you. I knew Joy would respond. If I was in a 1950s band, they'd be called the Liners, because that's all I do. Oh. All right. So no. All right. That will expedite things a lot faster. Because if you think about it, when you line something, you're doubling up on it, So you're basically doing double the work. Try using the serger to sew the whole shirt together. I will, but I haven't figured out how to do it with the arms yet. I might have to watch a video on that. And yeah, the captain of the ship is admitting that like he doesn't want to mess up his shirt. And I have a very weird way of putting sleeves on. But I am gonna. I like the serger idea because I did switch the thread back to black. And I was gonna add a bunch of colors because I have this hippy dippy shirt, but black will do. It is still a lot to rethread a serger. Says the man who was looking at like the most complicated overlocker and sergers today at that sewing store. It's impressive. It's an impressive sewing mega store. It's definitely I don't know if I was gonna buy a Juke, I'd buy it there, but they have really good prices. Arms aren't difficult. Try using the serger to sew the line. Arms aren't difficult. So sew the arms with straight stitch and then serge after. Oh, okay. Okay. I can do that. That's really straightforward. I can do that. And a lot of the times it's just the fact that I haven't tried it as far as putting his arms on with the serger. It's actually kind of sad that he's moving. And my delinquent neighbor across the street is moving. And I think my next door neighbor on the other side is moving as well. I think the bubble has burst in my neighborhood. And there's people who are smart. They're selling while the price is just unreal. And that is smart if you own your house. But it's just weird that everybody's moving. All right. Perfect. All right. I'm going to move all of this, move the camera over to the serger. I have to switch out my tables because my 4 foot is easier to navigate around in here. This 6 foot table is a workhorse. This thing, I use it as a cutting table. I know you're not supposed to. I know it's blasphemous, but I use this as a cutting table, and I love my Rubbermaid table. And I am not using it for its intended purposes, but no tables were harmed while filming this live. Oh. I had room to negotiate around my 6 foot until I added another table in here. After I told myself I wasn't going to buy another table. Next year, I'm going to try to be table free, but we'll see how that ends up. Like Pam said earlier, like I reserve the right to completely flip flop on everything I just said. All right, perfect. Yikes. Ollie, I wish you lived closer. I would give you a computer. I wish you lived closer. I have stuff that is not the most whiz bang, but you'd be able to stream on it. Yeah, definitely gonna need a computer. selling at selling at the highest common, but as you said, there are many. I think prices are going down as soon in your area. I hope. It's a handy table. You could glue a gutter surface to that portable. You know what's really funny? It's really funny you would say that because the mega sewing store that I went to, they had every size cutting that you could possibly think of. I definitely like that place is kind of dangerous for me because that's the kind of place where you could spend $20 or $900. And when I say 900, like their jukies go for like they start at like 1,000 something. All right. All right, let me move all of this. You know what's funny? It is a whole new world having a serger. I will tell you that. I will tell you. It has really cleaned up the edges on all of my makes, and it's a ton of less fraying. I know there's a lot of people who are anti-serger, and I'm not going to use it on every project, but I really like how it does the edges and the seams. And I've been watching a lot of videos for people who are pro and against. Maybe I work for Big Serger and I'm just a giant shill. But I have fallen in love with using a serger. I reserve the right to completely flop on that, though. If this thing broke on me, you'd watch me cry live on YouTube. So, all right. Let me line this up over here. I just heard a little thing. It works for a big serger. All right. So the arms I'm going to leave for last. So I'm going to have to switch over for that. Let me grab my pin cushion. I will say without lining it, it does take away about 15 steps. Because normally what takes the most time is me lining everything. But I did like how the last shirt came out. I'm thinking about going crazy with that weird couch Victorian fabric. So that's definitely going to have lining. I bought the good old Walmart lining today, but I might line it with something that's just as funky because it's really thick. So it could almost be lined with anything because it will not show on the other side. That's the kind of material I like working with. Even though I'll work with anything, I like stuff that's you know, easy to mold. All right. It's important. I keep all of my patterns together. I refuse to have floating pieces. I was in someone's sewing room recently and I was like, what's that drawer for? And they're like, all the forgotten pattern pieces, and it was a crinkly mess. Singer, oh, okay. I want to get a treadle one. I have only seen 3 Singer and 2 Marrow. A fabric that is nice to work with is always a good thing. Absolutely, Ollie. Absolutely. And like I said, I'll work with almost anything, but I like the more thick material. I had to come quick with the word material before I got quoted. But and you know what's really funny? That's one of the reasons I started lining everything was when I started working with more thin material. I was like, I should just line it, add a backing, and give it some stiffness. But now that I have much more of an idea of what I'm doing, I don't have to necessarily line everything. Necessarily. But then there's always a machine to help with those fabrics. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have to remind myself. I'm like telling myself right now not to serge the armholes. I am like reminding myself, do not serge the armholes. Perfect. I'm going to line that side up. I do like this material, and this is something that is good for an undershirt. Because really, like a lot of the wacky stuff I wear it as an undershirt because I layer. Because I'm either flying in the wind or up at unreasonable hours. And it's always cold at 4:30 in the morning. I've seen surged armholes. I think that I dig under the armpit though, to be quite honest. Exactly. That's why I'm trying to get these like precisely on each other. I gotta move the Golden Girls chair. Do you know I had this exact same problem last time, but I didn't care. There's some debate whether to have an extremely comfortable chair or have an office chair when it comes to like YouTubing or just being in here and sewing as much as I do. And years ago, I had a really comfortable chair, and then I bought that weird gaming chair, and it lasted me a couple years, but it gave me more room in here. So that debate is back of whether I should get an office chair again or not. And if I do, I definitely am not going to go to Office Max or Staples or wherever I went. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to line up this side. I think that we, okay, good. I read that part. This shirt is, I love this pattern. This is going to look great. And more than anything else, I really got to line it up though for this serger. Perfect. Sorry. I got to waffling and sewing. Like I'm really good. I'm a talker. Anybody who's been on my so-called live stream, you know, like I'm putting my shoes on 2 hours into it. I'm just putting my shoes on. So my whole point is I have not yet got down the art of waffling and sewing at the same time, or penning. Because sometimes I'll miss something and I'm like, oh, that's all because I was explaining myself. Perfect. Oh, perfect. It's rare that the cuts are this close. I had precise cuts this time. All right. Beautiful. All right. So once I get this done, I'm gonna serge this part, and then I'm gonna deal with the arms. I haven't quite decided what I'm gonna do with the arms yet, but they will be dealt with. But I'm really trying to line this up. I'm really trying to line this up because this is gonna go in the serger, and it needs more straight line. Calm pinning is zen. It is. I geek out in here. I started rewatching Deep Space Nine again for the 100th time, and I'm already on season 2, where it's all about Bajor. I have been geeking out in here. Oh my. Okay. So we all know the Mariah Carey song Haunts Us All, okay? I legitimately saw a man playing it in his car, and he was just old enough where I know he had a CD. Oh, he was playing the All I Want for Christmas song. I was like, I wasn't judging, but I was like, of all songs on earth to be bumping in your car. And it was in a actually really hardcore area, one of the thrift stores I go to, and it made me laugh. He didn't care how hardcore the area was. He wanted everyone to know he was happy for Christmas. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let me switch my angles. And we will go to Serger Vision. Do you know what? It's so funny. These camera angles do not do justice of this room, of how big it is in here and how much stuff I have in here. All right, let me move all that serger thread that I just got. This is awesome. I don't know about the age, but these I'm gonna throw them in and see what happens. Like a true pirate, I'm gonna throw them in the serger and see what happens. Playing that song should be considered a high crime and a misdemeanor. He was bumping it, Gilroy, with the windows down, and I was like, oh, "You're real." I was like, "You're real, dude." He was feeling it. Had his glasses on and everything. And I could tell he was from the area because he was real comfortable. All right. This mask is, I want to say, yikes, almost 4 years old, and it still holds up. I am the denim warrior with this thing. But I made this a long time ago, and it still holds up. I have a mask in every pocket because LA County's crazy. All right. Major noise complaint. And the funny thing is, now I have the song stuck in my head. I brought it up, and now I have the song stuck in my head. Thank you. I got into mask making. My first ones were awful. But by the 1,000th one that I made, I was an expert. That's why I probably will never do a mask making video. Because I think every sewist of a certain age kind of knows how to make a mask at this point. I could be wrong. If you want me to do a mask tutorial video, I will, but it's been so long. I'm not anti making one, but if anyone wants me to make a mask video, let me know. Oh wow. Okay. I have a question for all the sewists. Were you guys making masks during the pandemic? I'm in the Korean War era medical masks. Awesome. See, that's kind of stuff I wanted to get into because I've made so many of the same one over and over, and I started making them for my job. So in a lot of ways, I was paid to make them, It wasn't in my job description, but I knew how to sew, and they were like, "We need masks now." Like they Warren Mash. That's awesome. I can hear that song. Thank you for getting another song stuck in my head. Hundreds, exactly. Thank you, Pam. Made so many masks. See, that's what I'm saying. Like all the sewists, because there's people that I knew, from back in the day, and even in the middle of the height of everything that was going on, they were like, "I'm over it. I've made 1,000 masks." I'd like to see you make one just to see what a sewing tutorial from somebody other than a posh suburban lady looks like. I used to do a lot of tutorials. I'm going to get back to it, but I made a lot of tutorials when nobody was watching my channel because I am actually technical, even though I do not act or look like it. And I actually had a lot to say back then. I made quite a few videos on how to make a battle vest. All right, Serger. Oh man, my neighbors are it's their last night, so they're really bouncing around out there. I wore a wire mask, World War I era. That is a lot of masks. I have somebody that I've known my entire life is I don't even know how to describe what he does for a living. He gives cave tours. He's a cave climber. But in the beginning of the pandemic, he was made famous because he walked into the local Safeway wearing a full respirator. And who knew that he was actually right? And you know what? The funny thing is, I don't think he ever got COVID. But like somebody took a picture of him at our local Safeway, and I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, this is viral." Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. And my backup 99-cent store scissors for the win. I think my other scissors are on the other side. Okay, I missed right there. Not so perfect, but it looks great. All right, let's try it again. Oh, that's beautiful, though. Okay, let me pull one of these pins. Actually, I do have to take it from this angle again. And I'm just going to pin this underneath. I did miss with the last part because I was really leaning. I'm extremely left-handed, and sometimes I pull a little too fast because I'm pulling from the left side. So let's try that again. Actually, I want to do this upside down. I need to pull all the pins though. Forced air canister filter. He would have to do the correct safety measures. Did you see the photo of the guy who made a mask out of an air filter from a car? No, I would not trust all the stuff that they put in cars. Like, they put all kinds of stuff they don't tell us or we can't pronounce. Oh, that's funny. No, I did not hear about that. I'm all about being steampunk, but there has to be a line of putting yourself in danger. Okay, the pins are pulled. Oh, that's hilarious. Being a cave explorer, he would know how to wear a biosuit. He would have the correct safety, forced air canister, filtration. Exactly. Yeah, there are a lot of real weird diseases in caves. And it was really funny though, because because I saw the picture on Twitter, and then I really I thought about it, but I didn't know it was him, because he's changed over the years a little bit, and so when he on Facebook, he was like, I guess I'm famous now. Because people from around the world were like, really? I know that's you. I know that's you. That's the power of going viral. I've gone viral a couple times. Oh, gets you straight. It gets you strange people hanging around. I'll tell you that much. Okay. All right, let's try that again. Even though it looked beautiful, I'm becoming more and more biased towards the serger. Beautiful. Perfect. Let's make sure. Check the integrity. Yeah, there's a lot of weird diseases in cave. What do you consider a viral video? My neighbor and I got into it. He put me on a Karen video. Over million something people watched it. He doxed me. He lost in court. People have come by my house. Somebody was arrested over a year ago, and it went viral. And the funny thing is that we sued each other and he lost in court. So I went super viral. Millions of people saw that video. Sounds like the serger, like that fab. Oh, it cut right through it. It cut right through it. And now my neighbor across the street's moving, and he won't even look me in the eye. It's really sad, though. People end up not talking over the pettiest things. Okay, I think that one was better because I was paying more attention. Yes. Yes. Perfect. I want to watch it. It's great. No, me and my neighbor got into it. We got into it. And the funny thing is that he's the one. It's bad. It's so terrible when neighbors fight because now he's moving. Like, it's all just drama. And he lost yikes. I want to say in I don't know. Oh, he lost in January, right before my birthday. And it's just been awkward after that because he really thought he was gonna win. He was gonna have a victory party and everything. He really thought he was gonna win, and he lost. And seeing his face in court when he lost was worth having a lawyer. All right. My birthday is in January. Mine's in February, in the beginning of the month. So I'm an Aquarius on those weird charts. I really, the older I get, it's really like more novelty or anything else. But yeah, I am considered an Aquarius. And now I have the age of Aquarius stuck in my head. But that's a good song. That's a good earworm. Other than all the other things that we sing around here. I'm waiting for skits and his rah blasphemy. Awesome, Pam. Pam, are you considered an Aquarius? I think that whole sign, I could be wrong. It's been so long since I've cared, but I believe that sign is considered at the end of January and the beginning of February. I could be wrong. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Oh, this looks great. Oh, this is going to look great. Modelo Man has the funkiest prints at his shop. I don't even think he knows what he has. And one of the shops next door closed, and I asked him if he's gonna try to take their inventory, and he said yes. So he might be getting a whole new stack of stuff. Oh, and also, okay, there it is. Don't go for a person with the Venus sign that is the Earth goddess. Earth and water make mud. I will take your advice. I promise. I will take your advice, Ollie. So Modelo Man has bags of fabric, and for some reason, I thought the bags were smaller. And today, I walked up to him and I was like, how much for a bag? And he's like, dude, they're $110. I walked up to the bag. Keep in mind, I am 5'9", and with my cowboy boots on, it gives me the illusion of height. The bags were up to here. They are huge, clear plastic bags filled with all kinds of fabric. I might do it one day, but I just don't have once I saw how big it was, the bag is so big, I would have to stuff it in my car. And I drive a Ford Flex. You can get a 7-foot surfboard in my car. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. I love that song. Good song. Now it is officially stuck in my head. Yeah, Ollie, they were huge bags. And keep in mind, like I'm 5'9" and I wear my cowboy boots to lie about my height, but they were up to my chin at least. Because I thought they were all like stacked on each other. No, they're all lined up in the corner neatly. It just looks crazy because they're clear bags. But once I got a good look, I'm like, okay, that's a lot of fabric. And it was like, I can lift a lot of weight. They were heavy. I would have to back my car up to get that thing out of that shop. It's kind of like when I bought a bale of denim 2 years ago. I didn't really realize what a full bale was. And it took me 2 years to get rid of that stuff. And I put half the bale in storage and forgot about it. 200-pound bag or 300. Yes, it's heavy. It's really funny you would say that because I recently moved a 300-pound stump by myself, but I did it with a dolly. So it was probably around that much weight because I was like teetering it to see how heavy it was, and it was barely moving. 4 foot by 4 foot and 5 feet. Those bags were huge. It was really intriguing though, because I've seen people pick through there, and I thought he was going to give me a decent price because I heard him tell a lady in Spanish, like, oh, that's $5, that's $10. But he was talking about like things that came out of the bag. If you buy the whole bag, it's about $1.10. If you think about it though, it's kind of reasonable. And he's smart because all the fabric, you can see all the fabric, so you see what you're buying. But it seems kind of arbitrary to me because that's also the same price that he offered me for the entire roll of the Santee Alley fabric, which is still there. I think next time I go, I'm going to buy another 10 yards. I've almost purchased the whole roll of that Santee Alley fabric. That's definitely the one time the math is not in his favor. Look at that overworked eagle. Look at all the projects finished and unfinished on that poor eagle. I forgot I finished this. I love this shirt. I love the pattern, everything. It came out perfect. There's quite a few patterns that have become my old reliables. I'm not just making Mimi G R11 407 every other week now. Let me make sure I don't completely destroy the collar on this. Perfect. The pink shirt with the vest. All right, let me clean up a little bit before I start pinning. A lot of what I do, I'm one of those people, I clean as I go because I cannot work in a giant messy space. So I try to be as clean as possible as I'm working. But best laid plans. Best laid plans do not always work out. But do you think I should buy the should I buy the whole thing of should I buy the whole bag? It's $110. I was doing it, but then I told myself, like, do not do this just for YouTube because you'll be stuck with this stuff for years. It's this tall. Like I could legitimately rest my chin on it with my boots on, so it would actually be kind of like this tall. Because my boots do make me look a lot taller than what I am. Just cut the crap and buy the whole damn roll. But see, the thing with the Santiali fabric is that he gave me 110 price, but by the math of the dollar a yard, if I just keep buying it in increments, I'm gonna end up saving money. I'm gonna end up spending less money because he gives it to me for like 50 cents to a buck a yard. Before you put on the oh, sorry, that did work out good. Oh, thank you. There's a lot. There's a lot of fabric, really. You're waffling here. You know you want to buy it. You're just trying to use us as a rubber stamp. That's why you're number one. You tell me that's why you are number one. Because that's true. You know what it is also? I'm a bargainer in that sense where I'm like, I know he can give it to me at a better price. Because if you think about it, there are like when I used to go to Hobby Lobby all the time, there were days where I would spend like 90 bucks on fabric. So if I walked in and offered him 90 bucks, do you think he'd give me a whole bag for 90 bucks? Just 20 bucks off his price? Oh, this is the mannequin of unfinished projects. That shirt's actually finished though. That was a total glory triumph. And this shirt is beautiful. I forgot about my fake Fendi. That fake Fendi actually looks really nice. Somebody's gonna call me out though in public when they see my fake Fendi shirt. Oh right. Perfect. And will it go over the clip? No. There we go. I do like working with more stretchy material though. It's easier to it's kinder to the body, I guess. You don't have to be as rigid with the dimensions. Well, sometimes you do. Do you know what's funny? I do this every single time. I haven't sewn the arms, but the room's clean. I'll put all this away. At this point, forgetting to do the arms is tradition. I'm going to look back to my live streams and see if I ever just did the arms and did not forget about them. I am thinking about making a vest again, though. Like, well, that's one of the reasons I was going to get black denim because I need to have a triumph over that terrible cut of my last vest I tried to make. I bought this really common material, and when I say common, I mean it's this weird stripe they use for everything now. They use it for bed sheets, they use it for dish towels. I even used it in a video or two. It's just a really common print. But we'll see. So I really messed up on making a vest, and I'm still kind of mad about it. And I need a redemption. I totally need to make a redemption vest because making a vest is really straightforward and it's actually kind of easy. But I wasn't paying attention and I miscut the middle of the vest, and so it was just awful. Most of the time, it's just super good stuff in there. Wants approval? Absolutely, Pam. Absolutely. Silks, denims. Oh, I didn't think about that. You know what? That's another thing. I was looking to see if there's any wool in there. Oh, what did okay. I'll just use this one because even more than like sequins are coveted in downtown, but even more than that, wool is expensive. Right. I knew that was a little too easy. I lost my pin cushion fell directly under my chair. I'm gonna have to go under and grab it. There are cuts to a vest. The cut always defines the look of the vest. Absolutely. I messed up. I and it was so bad that like I can fix it, but it was bad. Wow, 240 a yard. I was thinking about that as well, Pam. And that's another thing because sometimes my eyes are bigger than my stomach and I don't want to bite off something where I get it and I'm like these are all just half yards or and just regret the heck out of it. That's a lot of money for wool. That's why whenever I see fake wool or anything even in that direction, I run at it. One time I spent a decent amount of money at Joann's and bought fake wool, and even that was kind of pricey. That was the one video where I did a fabric haul and everything, but I did not say the price of how much I paid for it because it wasn't that I was embarrassed. It was just the most that I ever had paid for fabric before. But now that I think about it, I paid a decent amount of money for the some of the like the sherbert, all the fuzzy material. If it's not white, it gets expensive. Because at Walmart, the white fuzzy material was $7. And downtown they wanted like 50 or something crazy. Even at Hobby Lobby, they wanted something crazy, and it was $7 at Walmart. All right, I really gotta line this up. So that's why I try to shop around because not even downtown always has the best price. And they're hoping that you do not know what you're talking about so they can completely rip you off. Oh, right. But yeah, I'm going to go buy the bag. You can make your own large bag out of the cuts. I was thinking that too. I've said it a bunch. When I was younger, my mom had this thing. It was called the bag lady. And the more plastic bags you put in her skirt, she got bigger and bigger. I was thinking about making a giant version of that. All right. That one is semi accurately pinned. We'll put that up here for now. I can tell the temperature's dropping in here. Perfect. But I'm layered now because I have this shirt on. I'm glad I lined this because it gave it because this top material was really, really thin. I really like the way this shirt came out. Time and time again, this pattern and the shirt pattern shows me that it's their sizing is correct. And I used this pattern a bunch for turtlenecks. So I know exactly the size of this one. I'm going to pull that red turtleneck out. It's so funny how the first one I made was perfect. Then after that, some of the turtlenecks were questionable after that. And you guys are awesome for saying that they're not. Make a scrap lady. It was, when I was a kid, it was the funniest thing. And after a while, you just get used to it because it was always in the house. But it was handmade too, because it was literally called a bag lady, because you'd shove bags in this doll, this stuffed, and she was like, she totally like had the like old, the old school look with the apron, with curlers and everything. I got a nice layer of snow today. Awesome. It was like, Alexa, what's the temperature right now?
Right now, it's 47 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, it's 47 in California. That's why I'm. Oh, it's freezing here. It is officially winter in Southern California. Oh, in one of my old videos, it was like 60 degrees and I was trying to be funny, so I was like, oh, it's officially winter in California. No one laughed. No one. Keep the snow there. I love those comments, Joy. I love it when you say that, when you're like, keep that stuff over there. Oh, wow. Stayed for a bit. It's funny. It's 40 something outside. I have a fan on in here because I have a ton of electronics and the TV in here. And it gets weirdly hot in here, even on cold days. I think it's more or less because I have the TV like directly above my head. Beautiful. Take the pins out of that. We made a face kini today. Well, what I call a face kini. I'm proud of that thing. I look like Anubis from Stargate. All right, make sure. Beautiful. You see, I saw a crazy design and I was like, you know what? I can do that. And like Joy said, I'm going to use my more sheer material and I'm going to get better. I'm just going to get better because I'm going to keep making them. And I have a crazy question. How straightforward are gloves? Like, can I just make my own like pattern with my hand? Because at first I'm gonna make them for myself and these giant mitts, but I'm thinking about making like full gloves up to the elbow, But would I just measure my hand and give allowance on the sides of my fingers? Ick, the wind on the damn cold. It's windy here as well. That is one thing. It's 40 something degrees and windy. Because we have the Santa Anas that won't go away. Perfect. All right, make sure I got it on both sides. Beautiful. Now let's attach the arms. I have stayed inside all day. It was cold this morning, but even like it was 60 something, like it was 40 degrees at 7 this morning. And then by 9, it was already 60 something. So I brought a backup vest. I brought my leather vest and I brought this one. So I walked to the car and changed my vest. All right. There's so many styles of gloves. You can pattern the hand and add sides. Good font, thin lining, no padding. Okay, okay, okay. Fit on the fingers though. Just take a pair of gloves you like, take them apart, then make. I have my driving gloves. That's what they're called. I love the things. I've had them forever, and they're leather. I've had them for a very long time. I made some out of cotton lycra for a bunch of ladies. I just traced the hands and stitched the lines. I should have used a stretch stitch. See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking I could just trace my hand and find something more of a stretchy material because I have all kinds of materials here. From like stiff to stretchy, all kinds of stuff. Mr. Fancy with his Mr. Fancy driving gloves. I'm gonna show it to you. I love these things. And it's because like it started. I'm definitely gonna try it because I want to make matching gloves with my with my face kini, but I don't want to do it until I get the gloves and the face kini down. I love these things. These are my driving gloves. And they fit, so you gotta quit. I'm kidding. But these are I love these things. I've had these, I don't know, 10 years, if not longer. It's because sometimes my hands get cold. At certain times of years, I cannot hang. I can't. And so I wear gloves. And these things have held up over time. And yeah, I'm bougie. I have bougie driving gloves. It's because I have a job where, I'm up at, it's always cold at 4 a.m. That's just a saying I have. It's always cold. So during certain times of year, during certain times of the year, I wear my driving gloves. Yeah, and they're kind of bougie. There's nothing wrong with leather. I love leather. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, wow. Do you know, to anyone watching the future and anyone who has subscribed to my channel, I utterly and completely appreciate you. You are appreciated here in the House of Sewing. I am a sewing pirate and I'm all about mayhem, love, and sewing. Not necessarily in that order. I knew you were there. I knew you were there, Skits. I knew you were there. Ah, there we go. There we go. You used to work with a lot of powered hand tools. I am. I really am. And I own a ton of power tools. I love that song, Kilroy. Living in America. Do you know what's really funny? My blue sequin cape is in direct result of me listening to Boney M way too many times. Way too many times. I need to put a button on that. That is my raw cape. All right, I gotta let me add the sleeves on this. I'm still excited. I'm in my face kini era. I think I just like saying face kini. All right. So these are a little bit more thin, so we'll see what happens. Let me grab my phone. Now I just have living in America. Okay. Oh, that scared me. I thought, oh wow, that was the wrong side. I was like, there's no way that's gonna fit because that's the wrong side. All right, first pin is always important. Perfect. Oh, do you know? I today, even before the stream, do you know? I think somebody was trying to troll, but they were saying that like '90s music is oldies, and I was like, I'm not getting in this conversation. I am not getting in this conversation. You know my rule. If you can remember it, it's not an oldie. And all the pre-internet people, we can actually sing the songs that we like. Oh, '90s is oldies. First, I'll see '90s. Oh, I had a meltdown. They had Easy E in there, and I legitimately put my hands on my hips, and I was like, "No, sir, I do not agree. I do not agree. I remember the man." Oh, oh, that's so funny. But I have this debate because I listen to a lot of metal, and like the more and more I talk to metalheads, like they're all in their 40s and 50s, you know. I actually had a really cool conversation the other night, and we were the exact same age. Reminds me of when I was listening to a classic rock station. They played Nirvana. Nirvana is not classic rock. Nirvana did. Nirvana killed what is considered like rock. I have some best of the 40s records. I still have tapes. I have a bunch of classical music on tapes and records. And that's not, you know, a lot. It's not considered oldie to me, even though like let's see, Tchaikovsky, is that oldies? I have a bunch of Tchaikovsky. I have a bunch of stuff, but it's something I love to listen to, you know. As he has Living in America stuck in his head. Okay, come on. Let's play nice material. Perfect. Of 78, Pam. I have best of the 40s records. I found a bunch of records and like, man, that era is lost. That whole era is lost. Okay, that's pinned. I'm just gonna have to keep going because this is gonna take forever if I do not. Perfect. You know, it's not always necessarily easy, but once you find your groove, you're okay. All right, there we go. Line that up. Throw that on that side. Oh, actually, that doesn't work. I can't throw that on that side. Okay, make sure. Okay, good. The pin is just weird. I'm going to turn this around. I knew a fellow that had a record collection so big he bought the next house over from him and attached and knocked away to combine them both. Packed a whole house with records, 78s, 45s, 33s, 18s, and wax cylinder Edisons. That is awesome. That is awesome. Somewhere in mid-America a while ago, Bruce Willis, of all people, bought a house for Demi Moore because apparently she has a porcelain doll collection. Somewhere in middle America, there is a house filled with porcelain dolls because Demi Moore likes creepy things. But I always thought that was awesome. I intend to do that one day, but I want to go full MacGyver and get a warehouse. That would my neighbor was asking way too much money for his house that needs to be completely fixed up. And he's like, I still think he did something or he's in the witness protection program because he told me less than a month ago he's moving and he's gone tomorrow. And you know the cheesemate train is going, so everybody has conspiracy theories of why he's running. But you know, suburbanites are just bored and opinionated. It's almost like I should wear my pincushion. I keep on losing it. You know, it's funny when you lose something that you're supposed to wear, it's your fault. I keep on losing this thing, and it's my fault because I'm supposed to be wearing it. Beautiful. You know what? I am going to bring pink back. When I was at Modelo Man's, when I was literally like 12, 15 feet in the air climbing on stacks, I saw this pink material, but it kind of reminded me of tablecloths. And I'd already gone full Victorian couch. So I was like, I need to go in a different direction. But I think next time I'm there, I'm going to get that pink tablecloth material. I'm going to bring pink back. Oh, that's or have a sad attempt trying to. But I had a really good time. Modelo Man, he does not care. He must not have any insurance or has some really good insurance because he lets me climb all up in there. And if I owned that business, I would be like, no, I'll grab it for you. Okay. Let me pin this last piece and then I'll start sewing. My heater kicks on. I feel like I have to scream over it, so I apologize if I was extremely loud. All right. All right, I'm going to start sewing and see what happens, as I used to say. All right, and this is without lining. And I have enough material that if I really like this and I want to line it, I can. At least your pins aren't all over the floor. I was thinking about you earlier. That is awful. That is awful. Anytime I knocked up one of my button jars over, and every once in a while I'll look down and I see a button on the floor. Because I was like, I quit. I can't do this. All right. Let me change my angle. Perfect. Oh, whoops. Let me change it to the other one. One day I will pay attention to which camera is which. Depends on the look. That's true. That is true. It was extremely tableclothy. The material, that's why I turned it down, because I rarely if I like something, I'll work with it. But this was like straight tablecloth. Absolutely. Ouch. I want to go to the hand. To the hand garnet metal detecting one. Just for. Do you know what's really funny? Let me see if I have it in here. Oh, do I have it in here? Oh, where's my metal detector? Oh man, that drawer's a mess. That drawer's just sad. I know this will be a shock to no one, but I own a metal detector. I own a wand. It's in here somewhere. It's a actual. It's a baby wand. It's not the full like huge wand, but it works. It works. I have tested it many a times. That thing works. And it's good to find out if something's fake or not, too. Oh, right. Beautiful. Let me grab this end. All right. You hear how much happier my sewing machine is not chomping through that whatever the material was. I keep on wanting to say sequins, but Ollie was right. They are like painted bright chips of sequins or whatever category you want to call it. But it was just eating my sewing machine. And now the sewing machine is like finally some material I can work with. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, that's perfect. With something this thin, I'm just making sure that the edges align. Because what it's funny, like there recently I messed up on an arm and I can only see the mistake. But it was a big mistake. I won't even say what project it was, but every time I look at it, I'm like, I need to fix that. Because I pinned it in the wrong position, and when it was sewn, it just kind of tapered in, and so I'm the only one who notices it because it's on the underneath, but it's the principle of the situation. All right, let me cut this excess off from the serger. Beautiful. And that's the thing, like all the time people are someone I know recently made this really awesome pirate shirt, and they were like, oh, what about this? It's like a work of art to me. I think it's amazing, but we are all over analytical about our own stuff. Okay, so let me see. I was actually impressed at the shirt, really impressed. Perfect. All right, let's make sure that went through all the way. Yet another banger here in the oh! I'm talking too much. I can fix that. You want to know why? Because I didn't reinforce my seams like I always say. Okay. Perfect. Let me check the arm, and then we'll go to the next arm and be done with this particular project. Perfect. The key is, as long as you don't see any daylight, you're good. Beautiful. Like I said, I dress like I wear black every day. People I know jokingly ask me, are you gothic? Because they know I don't think it's funny. But it is. Because I do wear black every day. So I love finally adding like real color to my wardrobe. And the funny thing is, like when I wore the Black Star shirt, no one reacted because they're so used to me wearing black. But when I wore the other one of the same print of a different color, everybody was like, oh, I like that. But they didn't even look when I was wearing a black shirt. All right. William. Very pirate. I mean, William is a goth name. Super goth. At the inhaler next to the fat joint. They go together like peas and carrots. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. They go to peas and carrots. Peas and carrots. Oh, good times. Good times. It is. I was about to say that's a pen. That's a pen. All right. Before we completely digress, I'm almost done with this. Let's save the last part of this shirt. Oh. And yes, I'm a giant hypocrite with my inhaler. I am. If the Lung and Heart Association ever knew of my existence, they would sue me for negligence of my own body. Okay. Oof. All right. I think I'm almost done with this shirt, but do not quote me on that because, it's always the details. When you hear me laughing when I try it on, that's the triumphant return, I guess. And I went in the wrong direction. I don't know why. The pins are over here, but I didn't mess up my machine. Let me cut away some of this excess thread real quick. Beautiful. Now, Kilroy, you got me. Now I'm like, is my name Gothic? It is. And my new Gothic name is William the Inhaler. Instead of William the Impaler, it's going to be William the Inhaler. Is that attached? No. Okay, I'm going to take the pins out of here. Double stitched. I was looking at the thing sticking up from the thread. That's exactly what it is. Everybody I've ever known who had an inhaler has always used it really carefully. And here you are just popping it like M&Ms. You know why? It's because I have been asthmatic my entire life. It's a way of life. And I don't even think about it. I have had an inhaler in my life my entire life. And so I do hit it like a cigarette sometimes. Okay, let me get this last piece. And I think it's done. Okay. Double Dutch. Hey, butterfly. Hello, I'm almost done. My arms are falling. They can't get up. I'm in Austin. Yay! Headed home tomorrow. Safe travels, butterfly. Absolutely safe travels. Awesome. I've been to Austin. I actually like that place. I've been to Brownsville, St. Padres Island. Texas is they party in Texas. They have a good time. All right, let me check this arm. Yay! Hello, butterfly. Hello. Great to see you. All right, let me check. Oh, this is so stretchy. That is hilarious. Make sure I don't pop any. Oh, I see some daylight right there. I'm going to sew that. All right, I think it's done. I'm going to have to take a few layers off to put this on. And Water Nate's not here to tell me to take my shirt off. Yay, hi and bye. All right, let me switch angles really quick. I gotta take a few layers off because I do have a few layers on. All right, is it that one? There it is. Let me move things around a little bit in here. Yay! Okay. I legitimately forgot about the fake Fendi. I think that might be my Friday sews video, is finishing my fake Fendi jacket. I completely forgot about that because it's been underneath 3 or 4 projects at once. Okay, so this is real undershirt. I might have to take another layer off for this one. Actually, no, I think it can fit over all my shirts. Says the 40-year-old man wearing a Vans long sleeve. 40-something-year-old man. It would be a disservice if I claimed to be 40. And shout out to all the new 40-year-olds. Oh, okay. Oh. This butterfly. Oh, let me get my hat. I really like this shirt. This shirt is all butterflies. If you're still there, butterfly. It's a hippie butterfly shirt. I love how this came out. And because it's stretchy material, it is really showing off my physique. I made the neck a little long, but I really like how this came out. In my best Waternet impersonation, take it off. It's okay, Skits. We're equal opportunity employer here. It's okay. You don't have to hide behind Waternet. It's okay. We accept you for who you are. I respect your life choices, Skits. Oh, good times. Thank you. Do you know what's really funny? While sewing things, I'm like, I don't know how this is going to come out. Lately, like, these shirts have been awesome. I did make the sleeves. The sleeves are off, but I think I'm just going to shove my thumb through. I'm kidding. But this is awesome. Gonna sell some acid. If I walked around, people would demand it of me. Oh, wow. I love how it looks in the back, too. Oh, that's awesome. Let's get a close up. Sleeves are, I don't know what happened, because usually the measurements are precise on that one. But I could just turn them in on themselves and sew it. Like, I could go old school and just turn it in on itself. I really like this shirt. This is that moment where I'm like, you can see the sincerity because it was worth it. Like, this one was worth it because we've sat here for 3 hours. I love how this came out. This shirt is busy. Oh. And like I said, I'm just trying to add some color to my drabby wardrobe. To my super drabby wardrobe. Resolution just took a crap. Maybe I had to refresh a couple times during Pam's live stream. You might have to refresh, or maybe my internet is just utterly and completely done for. But I have to put the hat of approval on. Oh, that's beautiful. Could you imagine if I walked into a cowboy bar wearing this shirt? They'd be like, What part of California are you from, sir? Turn the extra inwards for a thin cuff. Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna do. I don't know why they came out so big. I like the emo thumb part, but I love how this came out. Internet sucks today was awful for me. You know what though? Like every time you buffered, I would just refresh and it came right back. Like your stream came right back every single time. All right, let's see how this looks with the whoops, wrong one. With my tough guy vest on. Then I had the pink shirt over. I think it's the print. This print is so trippy. When I saw it, I was like, oh, I like that. And seriously, thank you to everybody who talked me out of lining this. You can see how excited I am. I am so stoked. I am so stoked. But seriously, because I do not need to line everything. So thank you, Joy. And Pam. Pam, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll be back at if I'm not if I'm not on Phoenix's channel on Sunday, I will be back at it on Monday at 7:45 because young Mr. Hands McSewing has MMA classes now. So we're going to see how it goes with a full week of going to his class every night. Have a great night, Pam. Thank you so much for stopping by. And we got a payoff, so I won't be making an after party. Kilroy, you killed me with your comment on my video when you're like, so are we getting like a pre and an after? Like sometimes. How is Hands feeling? Make him an MMA thing. I don't know what they use in MMA, but make it's just, they teach him discipline. I like that. They teach him it's just fighting skills, really. It's modern day karate if you think about it. It's just like back in my day, everybody was in a karate class, and now all these kids are taking MMA. From what I've seen, it's a lot of just calisthenics and push-ups. He's feeling better, but sometimes I don't know if he says that just because he wants to go out and do fun things. Because when he's with his mom on the weekends, they do awesome things. But like when you're sick, you know, you got to rest. So, Hands, if you're watching, rest. Thank you for asking, Skis. Thank you. Oh, I'm so stoked. I am so stoked. I'm on this weird undershirt kick. I'm on this really weird undershirt kick. And you know what? When I do finally strike it and people start buying my clothes that aren't just denim dresses, I'm gonna name my line Mr. Modelo, at least the first one. MM. Because he has hooked me up so hard, it's not even funny. And if it wasn't for him and his insane math, I wouldn't have half the material I have because I constantly go back to him because I know that he has quality material for an outrageous price. So this one's definitely for Mr. Modelo. Do you know, under my vest, this kind of looks like very like a Hawaiian shirt almost. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Should I start closing up shop singing my song? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Godless Sewing is no longer around. The artist formerly known as Godless Sewing is understood. It's a work in progress, and my singing is terrible. I love how this shirt came out. The coloring and everything. Absolutely. I'm gonna chalk this up as a win. Between the last one where I busted out my chainmail in this is definitely a win. My so-called life is filled in front of a live studio audience. Oh, of course it doesn't work. Well, let's see if I can get it going. I used to have a live studio audience in here, but I forgot about this thing and it picks and chooses when it wants to work.
Internal closing.
Okay, so let's try that again. My so called life is filled in front of a live studio audience. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that's better. I forgot I had that thing in here. I completely forgot I had that in here. That is hooked up to 4 JBL speakers that I play Slayer as loud as I can when I want to remind my neighbors of my age. Oh, excuse me. I'm totally calling this one a win. And the collar, like I have collar issues. So I like this. I like the way the collar looks and everything. I don't even have to edge it. What a great use of 4 JBL speakers. But I get maybe that's why everybody like literally behind me the house is empty, I think, and if they moved in there, they're church mice. My neighbor next door, she's going to be gone within a year. My neighbor on this side, he's literally going to be moved out tomorrow. My buddy across the street has 2 giant pods in front of his house. People are definitely moving. Maybe my Slayer is working. It's a good way. Do you know one app I have never looked up is Neighbor? I don't want to know what my neighbors are saying about me on that app. Or well, I don't even know what it's called, but there's like, those weird neighborhood apps. Oh. So we've gone 325. Can you say that's full Elvis? Did we go full Elvis this evening? Was that full Elvis? Oh, today was crazy. And you know what? I learned a lesson today because I did get my feelings hurt when that guy said he wasn't going to sell me the fabric. But it's that person's right, If he wants to be a weenie about it, that's on him and it's his right to completely flip-flop, So I'll just buy denim somewhere else. Today was definitely an adventure. Modelo man literally squealed. Like, I cannot say this enough. I turned the corner, he said, "Wee!" Like he squeed. I laughed so hard. He was like, "Oh, thank gosh, this guy's back." It felt good to get back. There wasn't much traffic. I found a bunch of cool stuff, And the funny thing is, I went to the mega sewing store and I was kind of reluctant on buying serger spools. And I found serger spools at a thrift store, So being prudent actually worked in this one case. I held back and found what I was looking for. Like a lighter that I cannot find on me for the life of me right now. But all in all, today was it was a decent day. I won't crown it too much because the day's not over. So I'm not gonna but I learned a few lessons. I don't always need to line everything, and I have to remind myself that because I line everything. Absolutely everything, and not everything needs to be double lined and triple lined, and double reinforced. I think I've waffled enough. I think I've put up enough hot air to pick up this hot balloon and take off. So I want to thank everybody who's made it this far. Seriously, to all my new subscribers, thank you so much. My name's William, the artist formerly known as Godless Sewing. This is the House of Sewing, and the channel is My So-Called Life. It's a title. It's a bit of a title. So I'll be back at it either tomorrow or Monday. I hope everybody has a great evening. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you on Monday. So, Kilroy, Pam, Skids, Alibaba, everybody who's come through tonight, I absolutely thank you. We'll be back at it in a couple of days if I don't see you tomorrow. So, like I always say, yay, have a great night, Joy. Thank you so much for sticking through the live stream. There's a huge payoff because this looks good. I love this shirt. I will definitely see you guys next time. I hope everybody has a great evening. Like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time.